ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। हरि ओं सुप्रभातम्। ॐ शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। ॐ शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभांगं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिहृद्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथम्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ गुरुर्गुरुतमो धाम सत्यः सत्यपराक्रमः निमिषो निमिषस्रग्वी वाचस्पतिरुदारधीः अग्रणीर्ग्रामणी श्रीमान् न्यायो नेता समीरणः सहस्रमूर्धा विश्वात्मा सहस्राक्षः सहस्रपात् आवर्तनो निवृत्तात्मा संवृतः संप्रमर्दनः अहः संवर्तको वह्निरनिलो धरणीधरः सुप्रसादः प्रसन्नात्मा विश्वधृग्विश्वभुग्विभुः सत्कर्ता सत्कृतः साधुर्जह्नुर्नारायणो नरः. We are discussing the last but one Nama, Narayanaha. And Narayanaha is also a Nama that comes in the Vishnu Gayatri. Narayanaya vidmahe vasudevaya dhimahi tanno Vishnu prachodayat. A very, very great, wonderful name, and which is actually to be in our tongue, in our mind all the time. What do I mean by all the time? As and when we have a free time, while we are working, we have to function according to the requirement properly. And while functioning, our mind should definitely be in the work at hand, no doubt. But we always have a time which is free in between. There are gaps in between. This gap we have to make sure that we take his name. And Narayana is such a common, such a easy, such a wonderful, such a beautiful, comfortable name. Therefore, he is also Narayanaha, who helps us to grow inwards. This we have seen yesterday, na riyate iti naraha, and therefore human or the jiva never dies, and there is nothing called death for either jiva or the atma. As long as the jiva has not identified its swarupa, it continues to be a jiva. Once it gains the knowledge of the swarupa, then actually jiva never existed. According to Vedanta, according to Adhyatma, according to Advaita school of philosophy. Therefore, Naraha nariyate. And Narasya ayanam geham Narayanaha. That which is the ultimate end for every Nara is Narayana. Here again we must also take Nara as Jiva. Not only human being, Jiva. At the same time, another way of looking at it is, no other species can reach that supreme abode because Jnana devatu kaivalyam. Jnana of what? Jnana of Swaswarupa. There is one beautiful stotram, Swaswarupanusandhanashtakam, which indicates what is my Nijaswarupa. And this knowledge of the Nijaswarupa, Swaswarupa, as Aham Brahmasmi, can be got only when we are in human birth. Therefore, Naraha can mean as human. Naraha, once it reaches the ultimate, what is this reaching the ultimate? There is nothing called reaching. There is no movement involved. It is only a understanding and abidance. And once that happens, Naraha eva Narayana. Nara alone is Narayana. All other things are mithya kalpita jagat. Therefore, Narasya ayanam. Ayanam here refers to not the reaching the end, understanding the Saswarupa. This also we saw a little yesterday. Tataha jatani. Jatani, that which is born out of. Tataha. Tataha here what? Narayana. Parabrahma Swarupa. Paramatma. Tataha jatani. Akashadini narani. That which is born out of Narayana is also called Narani. Narani is plural. Narani, what are they? Akashadini. This whole universe is made up of Panchamahabhuta, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Jala, Prithvi. Tasmadakasha sambhutah Akashad Vayuhu Vayoragnihi Agnerapah Adbhyah Prithvi Prithivya Oshadayah Oshadhibhyonnam Annat Purushah. Upanishad says, Tasmad Akasha Sambhutah. The first which was created by Bhagavan is Akasha. Ishvara created Akasha to indicate. Now please note this point. Ishvara first create Akasha, space, which is all pervading already. To indicate the nature of Narayana, Bhagavan created Akasha, which can become, please note, Akasha can become a reference model. Think. Akasha can become a reference model to indicate the all-pervasive tendency or the all-pervasive nature of Parabrahma Swarupa. Therefore, first Akasha came. And everything is within Akasha. Meaning, everything is within Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma. Nothing is beyond him. To indicate that Agni, Vayu, Jala, Prithvi, all of them are part of Akasha. Think. Nothing is beyond Akasha, nothing is away from Akasha, nothing is devoid of Akasha. If I have constructed a house, then we say inside and outside. With reference to what? With reference to my creation of a wall, and that wall also is in that space. Therefore, there is nothing called I have divided the space between inside and outside. It is everything in that one space, homogeneous space. To indicate that Akasha. From there, Akashad Vayuhu, Vayoragnihi, Agnerapah, Adbhyah Prithvi, Prithivyam Oshadayah, Oshadibhyonnam, Annat Purushah. Purushah here refers to Manava Janma or Jiva Rashi. And all Jiva Rashis are born of what? Annam. How are they sustained? Annam. Where do they go back? Annam. And what does this Annam mean? Matter. The Jiva Rashi to express itself, to accommodate all its vasanas and eradicate them, exhaust them, fulfill them in a manner of saying. There requires an alambana, a gadget. Like earlier I said, electricity is the energy. Without electricity, none of the things will function. But the electricity by itself cannot do anything. Think. Without the support of a bulb, electricity cannot express light. Without the support of a gadget, electricity cannot express itself. Therefore, for that unlimited power to express, there needs a gadget. And therefore, Manava Janma, Jiva Rashis, all are created for what? For that Supreme Lord to express. Then the question comes, why should he express? Now, we said, Bhagavan is everything. Bhagavan has nothing to achieve. Bhagavan has nothing to do. He has no role to play. He has no ragadveshadi shadvairanaha. Nothing is there. Then, why does he have to express? And we say, Bhagavan is that state of amanaha. All that expression, presentation, etc. comes only when the mind is there. Why should Bhagavan express? He works with the total mind. created out of his own Maya Shakti. And then tat srishtva tadevanupravishat. Hin satchatyacha bhavat. He wanted to express himself. Therefore, what he did, he became the Jiva Rashis. And, very interestingly, he became the Jiva Rashis, and while the Jiva Rashis are functioning, please note, the whole Jiva Rashis and the universe, etc. are what? Maya Kalpita Jagat. This Maya Kalpita Jagat has so many pluralities. All these are called Narani. And these Narani has Narayana only all through, because effects are nothing but cause itself in different form. Karanatmana vyapnoti. Karanatma, because Bhagavan is the very cause. Bhagavan is the very source of everything. Bhagavan pervades everything. Therefore, Tani Karyani Ayate. All that rests in Narayana alone, because he is the source. Therefore, all are nothing but Narayana himself. Think. When we thus look at the world as nothing but the expression of Narayana, nothing but anything and everything which is nothing but Narayana, then our attitude to the world must change. Why is it very difficult now? Why is it there is so much of Ragadvesha? Because we are looking at things as things and beings, and we are unable to recognize that Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma as Ishvara in everything. Therefore, this mind, which is full of Ragadvesha, Dishadvairina, always are either attached or filled with aversion. So, what is learning here? Everything is Narayana only. Therefore, I have no reason to hate anybody. I have no reason to have dvesha on anybody. I have no reason to have aversion on anything also. Everything is Bhagavan. Bhagavan's Leela. And therefore, he is called Narayana. Naraha. This we defined to take the as a support to understand Narayana. What is Naraha? Nayati iti Naraha proktaha paramatma sanatanaha. Who? Vyasavachanat. Bhagavan Vedavyasji says, eternal Paramatma, eternal Sanatanaha Paramatma, eternal Paramatma, Nayati. Nayati meaning what? He leads, he directs, he guides all the jivas strictly according to their actions. Now please note, karma becomes very, very important here. Now, karma by itself, action by itself cannot happen without an energizing factor, which is the mind. It is a mind which says, go and take that, or don't take that. Enjoy coffee, switch on the light. Anything that runs in the mind, then the body acts. Body's action cannot happen without mind's guidance, without mind's command. And if this mind takes the support of the intellect, then the actions will be born out of proper analysis. Think. Mind has to give, the intellect will not give. Please note, intellect only will show the mind two aspects, right, wrong, good, bad, intelligent, unintelligent, productive, unproductive, useful, useless, meaningless. Intellect will only show. Who is the deciding factor? Mind. This mind always functions according to the ragadvesha in the mind. This ragadvesha is born out of vasanas. Vasanas are born out of our own past experiences. Now, if vasanas are going to direct my ragadveshadi vrittaya, then ragadvesha has to be controlled properly so that my actions are also controlled. If ragadvesha has to be controlled properly, my vasanas must be of that kind. If my vasanas have to be at that kind, then my logical actions and the impressions caused out of those actions must be noble. Samskaravat. Therefore, samskaras are important. Look at this beautiful cycle. I develop samskaras, I develop good vasanas. When I develop good vasanas, those vasanas drive me to perform good actions. How? Through raga, dvesha, but properly educated raga, dvesha. And then my actions. Nobler actions will give nobler results. So this is a cycle. And this cycle is being led by the mind, and the enlivening principle of this mind is Bhagavan Narayana. But now don't come and tell me, Swamiji, that means Narayana is the culprit. He is the one who is giving me wrong thoughts. He is the one who is making me do wrong things. No. Just as I said, the light functions because of the electricity. The car runs because of petrol. Electricity or petrol are not responsible for what you use it for or how you drive the car. Think. This example must become one part of our blood, bone and marrow. If this example goes inside, so many questions can be answered. Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma, who is only an enlivening factor, is not responsible for what we do. But without that enlivening factor, we cannot do. So whatever we do, we cannot blame that enlivening factor, because enlivening factor is functioning perfectly according to its nature. Think. When the enlivening factor is performing perfectly according to the nature, then it is me, the so-called intelligent human being. Within quotes. Intelligent human being is been provided, please note, is been provided with an intelligence, and everyone is provided with the same intelligence. How I use the intelligence and perform actions depends upon my own maturity, my own education, my own purva samskaras. Once that I gain all the purva samskaras, I become matured and act according to the education what I have got, the knowledge what I have received, the guidance what I have taken from the Guru. When I perform, then my actions will be logical, proper and adorable. Not only that, now please note, when I thus perform logical, adorable actions, I become a role model for the next generations also to look up to me and follow. Yadyad acharati shreshtaha tattadevetaro janaha sahayat pramanam kurute lokaha tat anuvartate. So once I become a role model, I not only am, good in my proper analysis, I also give that faculty, I also give that ability, that analytical thinking to my next generation. I not only am in the right path, I also take people in the right path. Think. And the enlivening principle is Bhagavan. I cannot take the right path or the wrong path or a different path without the presence of Narayana. Think. But presence of Narayana is only to initiate my thinking, and that thinking comes out of samskaras. Now look at that. Nayati iti naraha. Nayati, the eternal Paramatma, leads people. How? Giving them the presence. And now he also leads people, if they are in the noble path, much stronger and much faster to reach him again. Where do we go? Where is he leading us to? Not to a presidency secretariat or some other place, but he leads us to his own nature. Leading meaning what here? Giving us the knowledge, making us understand what? My Nija Swarupa. Ahameva tadatma. Natu anyatha. And this leading is again given through a guru, through Shastras. And therefore, Paramatma Sanatanaha, from time immemorial, till when? Till I realize my true nature, all this is real, including Narayana. Think. Once I gain that supreme knowledge and abide in that, then who is Narayana? Naraha eva Narayana. Therefore, he is also called Naraha. Alright, continuing. The 27th shloka. Asankhyeyo prameyatma vishishtashistakritchuchihi siddhartha siddha sankalpa siddhidas siddhi sadhana. This another very beautiful shloka has about 9 names. Asankheyaha aprameyatma vishishtaha shishtakriti shuchihi siddharthaha siddha sankalpaha siddhidaha and siddhi sadhanaha. What beautiful names. Vyasa must have been in some extolled state of his experience while he had written this Vishnu Sahasrama. Every nama is so beautiful, an indicator of the Lord. Asankheyaha. What is Asankheyaha? Yasmin, in whom Sankhya Nama Rupa Bhedadihi na vidyate. Vedanta is so beautiful. It confuses the mind so much and makes you as though suffer. But the one who wants to really know this Lord, who wants to really get to know that Swarupa, will enjoy that very confusion. You know, there is a beautiful statement. Yato hastas tato drishtihi yato drishtis tato manaha yato manas tato bhavaha yato bhavos tato rasaha. What a statement. Yato hastaha tato drishtihi. Whatever activity, whatever aspect I take in my hand, my vision, if it is there, drishtihi, if it is there, yato drishtihi tato manaha. The mind is applied. Yato manas tato bhavaha. Not only mind, my heart has to be applied. You know, all of us have this experience all the time. We are and yet we are not. Simple. Appears to be very confusing, but think. I am not where I am actually. I sit here, my mind is somewhere. Think. It is so difficult, that is why meditation is popular. People make money out of meditation classes. Transcendental meditation, instant realization. Oh Baba, what all names they give, confusing people. Think. Now see, mind never stays in one particular place, and to hold the mind under our control is a great sadhana. Why is it a great sadhana? Because I have happily, joyfully, cheerfully sent the mind and given him what is called as, in bank there is one standard instruction. If I have to pay something to somebody regularly in a periodical, then I give a standard instruction. On the first of every month, please pay, or please, send this amount to that particular account. Some of the people, some of you send to Sadhana Mandira also Guru Dakshina. After listening to 10 days of talks, on the 10th day, some of you have given one instruction to bank. What is that bank? On the 10th of every month, please send this much of amount to Sadhana Mandira. You give them the account. Then what happened? You don't have to worry. Bank constantly sends money. Is it not? If bank has to, of course you must have the funds there, that is important, then it will go. Standard instruction. Now I give standard instruction to my mind. Bank, it is external. I give standard instruction to my mind. What is the standard instruction I give? I give the standard instruction, whenever there is a gap, think of me. Think of me. Think of me. Think of meaning here what? Think of Bhagavan. This standard instruction is applied everywhere. Many places it is applied. Now see, when it is said Nama Rupa Bheda, in Nama Rupa Bheda, our mind has gone. What I see is Nama, Rupa, Bheda. Everywhere there is differences. The moment I get up, what do? The first thing, Aham, I have got up. Next moment, I am not there with me. Next Kshanam, I am not there. Where it is? Gone. Standard instruction. I have given to what? To the mind. Think. When I have given standard instruction to the mind to get lost, in a manner of saying, truly it is a fact. Isn't it true? The moment I get up, mind is lost. Mind is lost where? Into the world. So many things happen. 1234.56 thoughts per second. This standard instruction which I have given, mind religiously follows. Religiously follow meaning what? The moment I get up, mind, very interesting. Mind becomes sannyasi. It renounces me and runs away everywhere. Think. And where does it go? Nama, Rupa, Bheda, Adihi. It has got lost. Now, this happens only when I validate my mind, I validate the Bheda, I validate as though this Nama Rupadi Bheda Jagat has got happiness. The moment I say this has got happiness, mind will go there. Mind doesn't know anything else. Mind for what it is, please note, actually has no decision making of its own. Think, it's a very, very, very subtle thought. Mind by itself has no permission, has no capacity, has no readiness, or has no knowledge to go anywhere. I give that validity to the mind. I give the permission to the mind. The moment I get up, oh, coffee. Who asked? I asked. Where did it come from? It's a desire. Where did the desire come from? My vasanas. Where did the vasanas come from? Previous experiences. Think. Now please note, I have an ability, I have the capacity, I have the strength, I have everything under my control to say, this morning I will not drink coffee. What will happen? What will happen? Tell me. Ayyo, Swamiji, you don't know, if I don't get that coffee early morning, my day is gone. Then japa starts. Coffee, 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 coffee. Very interesting. As long as that coffee has not come into my fingers in the cup, my mind is desperate. Desperate is the word. Coffee is only an example. You can relate anything for that matter. This desperate is a word, very, very beautiful word actually. It makes you incapable. Think. And the best part is, do you think that joy, that interest, that ekagrata, that fervor to drink coffee, will it be there till the last sip? Never. 1, if the coffee is good. 2, if the coffee is very good. 3 or 4 sips. 5th sip, you have no relation with the coffee even though it is in front of you. Think. Nama Rupa Bheda. Why? The next moment. Once this is achieved, then mind wants something more, something different. Bheda. Think. This is mind. By itself mind doesn't think, but because I take the impressions from all the happenings, I store the instructions, and I want to experience further and again, and then it becomes my vasana, and vasana commands my thinking. When vasanas command my thinking, I have no power or energy. Swamiji, I want to give it up, Swamiji. I am unable to do it, Swamiji. If I don't drink coffee, my head pains. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Think. We have become slaves and we have succumbed to our own irresponsibility. At the same time, Bhagavan is so courteous. Bhagavan is so kind. Bhagavan is so compassionate. While giving the Jagat, while giving this mind, he also has injected what is called as a capacity to discriminate, at least only to the human beings. And that, how much are we using that? More often than not, we fall prey and then refer to the intelligence. Think. If we can develop a capacity, it may not be 100%, it may not be something where you become very, very great. No. Out of 100 times falling, if you can develop that, you fall 98 times, but 2 times you think before falling and then fall. Think. When I thus start introspecting myself, I will see slowly, those abilities I have in them, but I have not exercised. I have not put into practice. I was unable to hold myself when that particular moment came. Think. At that particular moment, when I have to hold myself, Nigraha kim karishyati, says Krishna. Swabhavastu pravartate, says Krishna. We fall. And after we fall, we say, Narayana did it. Krishna also said, Swamiji, Krishna himself said, Swamiji, what can I do? Therefore, fall. Every time, fall. Suffer. Think. Now what should I do? I come to understand Sankhya, Nama, Rupa, Bheda, Tasmin na vidyate. Tasmin, Yasmin, in Narayana, in that Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma, these Bhedas are not there. Therefore, Sada, Sarvada, Ananda Swarupaha Eva. And who is he? Me alone. I alone am that Supreme Ananda. Satchid Ananda Swarupaha Ahamevasmi. Once I gain this knowledge, Tasmin. Once again, the one who gains this knowledge, one who realizes this Nama Rupa Bedadi Jagat is not me, they cannot give me the supreme joy and they will only lead me to suffering. Bhavasuke doshaha anusandhiyatam, Acharya had said, therefore ekante sukham hasyatam. What is that ekanta? My own Swarupa. Think. This Swarupa na vidyate iti asankheyaha. In that Swarupa there is no bheda. There is only one. But that Swarupa itself appears to be. Appears to be meaning what? Appears from what standpoint? Bhagavan has not become asankhyeya. It is Bhagavan's presence, but I have validated this whole Jagat, and this whole Jagat is asankhyeya. It cannot be counted. Countless Jivarashis. Though we say, according to the science, 84 lakhs of species are there, this much only our mind could find. Think. Therefore, asankhyeya Paramatma, he can never be counted. Number, name, form, attitude, all these does not apply to him. It applies to all of us as long as we have validity in this world. This whims and fancies definitely give us varieties and varieties and varieties, and me, out of my own foolishness, running behind varieties and varieties and varieties, have lost my own home. Acharya says, Nijagrihat Turnam Vinirgamyatam. Yes, Swamiji, Nijagrihat, I have gone outside. Which Nijagrihat? Asankhyeya. He is no different from anything or everything. He alone is everything. See Narayana in everything. Tameva darshanam kuryat. Think. Aprameyatma. This Atma is aprameyaha. What is that aprameyaha? Immeasurable. Aprameyaha Atma Swarupamevasya. Iti aprameyaha. This we have discussed earlier also. Aprameya. Here aprameya Atma is given. One Atma is added to indicate the one of immeasurable nature. The one who is not available for me to objectify and measure. It cannot be objectifiable. Why? It is me, the subject. Think. I, the Parabrahma Swarupa Paramatma, I am the subject, and this subject can never be objectified. If you objectify, again, you the subject have objectified another object, but subject can never be object. Therefore, aprameya, he can never be measured. We will continue tomorrow. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.